Welcome to the Equipped Disciple channel. My name is Rick McClatchy. I will be your host. We are here to be and to make disciples of Jesus, and we do that through daily devos, through Sunday sermons, and through other discipleship resources. We are here to equip you to be an equipped disciple. Welcome into another day of your daily devos. I'm Pastor Rick, and we are jumping into the second half of Proverbs chapter 5. And so drink from your own cistern is our little theme of the day, and I hope you'll find it to be helpful. Just like a little bit of challenging couple of verses to go through. So just bear with me. We'll classify today as PG-13, but so starting in verse 15, going on to the end of the chapter, drink water from your own cistern, water flowing from your own well. Should your springs flow in the streets, streams in the public squares, they should be for you alone and not for you to share with strangers. Let your fountain be blessed and take pleasure in the wife of your youth. And so here, this interrupts the flow a tiny bit, but watch out for seductive, smooth speech. I actually used that line in yesterday's video because the first part of the chapter talks about some of the same stuff. And the idea here is the seductive, smooth speech of the seductress. You know, that the temptation to go away from your spouse, the temptation to be unfaithful, the temptation to find another way. So it's quote unquote easier. The grass is greener on the other side and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, well, maybe when's the last time, when's the last time you watered your grass to keep your grass green? Like when's the last time you cared for your plot of ground? The grass on the other side of the fence is green because it's being cared for, or it's deceptive, or it's not actually true. And so there's this deception in sin that it's the easier way, that it's less complicated, that it takes less effort. But and up front, that might be true. Up front, you might find it to be easier to engage in sin. However, when you see where the road goes and the price you have to pay later, you very quickly discover, hey, this sin plan, it's not as good. It's not all it was cracked up to be. So just to go back to where we were, they should be for you and you alone, not for you to share with strangers. Let your fountain be blessed and take pleasure in the wife of your youth. A loving deer, graceful doe, let her breast always satisfy you and be lost in her love forever. Why, my son, would you lose yourself with a forbidden woman or embrace a wayward woman? So why would you depart from what you have and go to someone else? For a man's ways are before the Lord's eyes, and he considers all his paths. If the Lord considers all your paths, you should consider all of your paths. A man's ways are before the Lord's eyes. That's such a critical, going back to Proverbs 1:7, that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Verse 21 here is a very helpful tool to remind you to keep the fear of the Lord peace right at the top of your list so that you can walk in wisdom, right? Because if the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom and you remembering that your ways, all of your ways are before the Lord and that he considers all of your paths, like it makes you act different. It makes you behave differently when you know that the Lord's got his eyes on you and his eyes are on you not to harm you, but to keep you accountable and to help you flourish. Jesus said, I've come that you would have life and life to the full. Amen. Come on now. So God's plans for us are to flourish us, not to limit us. And so surrendering to God's plans, even when up front it can seem like the harder work, it's the best. It's the best work. It's the best results. God's ways are always the best way. Be thankful for what you have right in front of you and stop always looking for more or better or different or whatever. Speaking specifically in relation to the marriage relationship, let the beauty of your spouse be your definition, your standard of beauty. That you don't go looking to other people to say, wow, now that person is pretty. Wow, that person is attractive. But establish your spouse as your standard of attractiveness, of beauty. And of course, that goes so far beyond just physical features. And it's all about what's in their heart, their personality, the strength of who they are, the fact that they put up with you every day. Come on now. Can I get an amen on that? That's part of it too, right? When somebody knows all of your stuff and they still choose to get up in the morning and be with you and live life with you. Come on. So be thankful for what you have right in front of you. Again, have you tried watering the grass? If you think that the grass is greener somewhere else, have you tried watering your own grass and caring for what you have? Be thankful for what you have and care for what you have. Do the hard work to demonstrate your love. I was going to say, do the work to show yourself worthy, but that's really, a poor way of stating it, because that's not how marriage is supposed to work. Certainly it's not supposed to be like this contractual agreement, like you do this and this and this, and then, whatever, like it's not a performance oriented thing. It's a covenant relationship where we need to choose to lay our lives down for the sake of the other. And when both people are laying their lives down for the sake of the other, wow, that's what I'm talking about. Like, that is when you see the true design of marriage come to fulfillment, right? So verse 22, a wicked man's iniquities will trap him, and he will become tangled in the ropes of his own sin, and he will die because there is no discipline, and be lost because of his great stupidity. Sin traps you, y'all. Like, just type traps in the comments right now to just process it. Sin traps you. Cords around you, wrapping you up, pulling you down under the water. You can't breathe. That is what sin does. Now, it starts out all harmless and good and fine. But man, once you give in, it just starts to, just grab onto you and pull you down. Let's read it again. A wicked man's iniquities will trap him, and he will become tangled in the ropes of his own sin. Man, let that get you right there. Let it get you. Sin, when it is full grown, leads to death. So we want to avoid sin. We want to recognize temptation for what it is. We want to recognize what is it about the sin that we are even attracted to. What part of our heart do we need to more effectively surrender to the Lord? Run away from sin. Run away from sin. Don't even go near the door, right? We talked about that yesterday, the day before. Don't even go near the door of sin. Because the people that are trying to suck you in, they don't even know that their path leads to death. They don't even know it. So they might be somewhat kind of genuine people that are not actually trying to ruin you. He will die because there's no discipline, and be lost because of his great stupidity. So lack of discipline and being stupid go hand in hand. So again, like we talked about yesterday, don't hate discipline, and then you'll be less stupid. You'll do less stupid things. I mean, how many would raise your hand and say, I would like to be less stupid? I would like to do less stupid things. I mean, I'm not afraid to admit it. I mean, I'll put my hand up first. Okay. I'm putting my hand up first, everybody. I want to be less stupid. Okay. You can write articles about it, whatever you want to do. Rick said he wants to be less stupid. Okay. I do. All right. It's out just like that. Lack of discipline and being stupid go hand in hand. So we could become more disciplined, be less stupid, do less stupid things, serve God more effectively, honor him, bring honor to him by what we do, by what we say. So a couple of things, to kind of encapsulate it all. Man, be thankful for what you have in front of you. All of the challenges that come with what you have, your current situation, be thankful and then sow into it. You want to reap a harvest in your field, sow a harvest into that field. Sow the seeds into that field so that that field will grow. You sow the seeds and then you tend the soil and you make sure that it is healthy, that it has the water that it needs, that it has the nutrients that it needs, that it has all of the care that it takes for things to grow. You want things to grow organically. I'm telling you what, organic things take a lot of work. There's no magic button to push. There's no magic sauce, to spray on the vegetables to keep them from getting eaten by bugs. If you want it to be organic, right? If you want it to be healthy and strong, it has to be naturally fought against. It has to be naturally cared for. So be thankful for what you have in front of you. Care for what you have in front of you. Stay away from sin because it will trap you. It will wrap you up with cords and it will pull you down. And then stop hating on discipline. Give yourself to more discipline because more discipline means less stupid. And we all want to be less stupid. Amen. That's where we're going to leave it here today because I think that's an encouraging word. We want to be more disciplined and less stupid. Let it preach, Rick. Let it preach. All right. Have a great day. God bless you, and I will see you tomorrow.